What's poppin', people? It's Dante. Today I'm thinking about street photography and travel and how these two hobbies, passions, right, can sort of combine and make life beautiful. This is really a big deal for me. I've always been an adventurer at heart, a traveler, and a creator. I like to make art, and I like using the camera as a way to explore the world, treating it like a passport, as a way to sort of have an excuse to go out there and to see what's around the next corner. I'm a big proponent of walking 30,000 steps a day. I really do believe that this is an incredible thing to do, where you're moving constantly throughout the day and exploring. And it doesn't even need to be some grand trip like coming to Italy or somewhere else that's abroad from wherever your hometown is, but merely getting on the bus or train, or even taking your bicycle, or just walking around in a different part of town. And what having a camera does is it allows you to learn more through the act of photographing and reviewing the images. You'll actually be able to understand the place that you're photographing more through the way that you photograph, and not only understand the place and the people, but understand yourself and the way that you see the world, right? So it's a unique practice to travel and to photograph, and to become obsessed with the medium is something that I believe happens to the few. And I believe when you become obsessed with the medium, any external sort of validation for one's work, whether it's likes on Instagram, views on YouTube, things like this, aren't a concern, for you're merely working in an autotelic state to then have self-pleasure. As I believe that this act of photographing and traveling is a selfish one, where you accept the fact that you're not going to change the world with your pictures. You're merely traveling and enjoying and trying to see what you're capable of through the medium itself, making abstract works of art, photographing in black and white, using small cameras like the Ricoh. Yeah, it allows you to transcend reality and the passage of time, as we can leave behind wonderful works of art and create instant sketches of life that depict the world how you see it, right? It's your unique perspective. It's nobody else's but yours, right? Another photographer could be standing right next to me and get a completely different photograph. But what traveling does, and I'd say specifically going abroad, is it opens your perspective of the world more, and it allows you to break down any preconceived notions that you have about a place or people. I think that this is vital for human growth and development in terms of our way of living. Yeah, it's not good to stay stagnant. It's not good to sort of just be in a one mode of doing things always. I'm a big believer in change, and I believe throwing yourself into chaos allows this. And so when you go out there and you explore a new place with your camera, recognize that we're doing something beautiful where we uplift humanity. We're looking at the world around us with curious, childlike eyes, where we see things from a fresh perspective each day. We're not a master photographer, we're merely an amateur with a camera in hand, and we're looking and seeing things from a child's perspective, right? Someone that just woke up and sees the world for the first time, right? What would a child see if they just were born and walked around with a camera? That's what I want to photograph. That's how I see the world. And it allows you to remain ever curious, as curiosity and longevity are the goals, where we're going out into the world and not expecting anything, but allowing life to flow towards us, right? Go slow on the streets, walk slowly. And you'll be surprised when you watch and observe life intensely with vigor and courage and strength to keep pushing and to keep making more pictures, as new pictures are the goal. And by traveling, it allows you to keep pushing that curiosity and to keep expanding your palette of what you find interesting in life. And I believe that traveling and photography, it allows you to have endless possibilities. There's so much to see. For you could live until you're 120 years old and you still not see everything in the world, right? Isn't that a beautiful thing to think about? Where you can keep going out there into the world until the day you die and not see it all, and not experience it all. For the moment is all that matters. Right now, this moment. And we're here with our cameras to photograph and to capture those memories and to keep them forever. Well, that's it. Some thoughts on time, some thoughts on photography and travel. These are my passions. This is the intersection of my life that brings me most joy: photography and travel.